The most important thing would be how to take care about our sleep hygiene. Things we need to do and things we do not need to do. Things we need not to do is do not look at the watch while trying to sleep.
That is why today we have onto our studios a psychiatrist, a doctor who has specialized in psychiatry. He's Dr. Ehsen Naveed. I welcome you to the show, Dr. Ehsen. Looking at you, most people would think that we're doing a program on anti-aging, but it's okay, we're not doing one on anti-aging. We're doing one on the hope of life and on psychiatry. So what will you say about the effect of this, this disease in terms of the mental impact?
Very well said, Taira, regarding the opening statement of the program that you just mentioned about the boy who was hopeful and he was looking out of the window. Same is how we see towards the current pandemic in the world globally. COVID-19 not only brought a lot of miseries and global stress and economical burdens on us with lockdowns, with schools being shut, but also the fear of contamination, of getting COVID-19 or to spreading it to the others. It really progressed to an extent that unfortunately in Pakistan in the recent year we've got 23 suicide cases who were on the other side of the room of the who were not
Exactly.
looking from the hopeful window. So it has multidimensional aspects when it comes towards our human behavior, our human mind. Initially, Tahira, there are two sorts of behaviors that we saw in the world as far as the Stanford and Harvard courses were concerned that we did in the last year. When initially we got the news that there is a disease and it might come to Pakistan, there were free online resources available. The main two behaviors are the blunting ones and the monitoring ones. Now what happens is that even today the monitoring ones are the ones who would time and again wash their hands, time and again would clean up themselves, time and again give a message to the family and friends not to visit.
Doesn't it almost become like an OCD, an obsessive compulsive disorder?
So there's a thin line.
We have somebody actually in our studio who complains of this and who says that in his house, for instance, he's forced to wash his hands almost 100 times, and even the driver goes out in a PPE and comes back and each one is almost submerged in sanitizer, and this obsessive thing has made them paralyzed in this way.
So this is what happened. I mean, we had to see the pre-morbid conditions before what the patient had. I mean, if somebody had COVID-19 and he was having a mental health illness, there was a chance, we were supposed to think that it would rise after COVID-19, and it happened. If somebody had depression or OCD, it really raised up to an extent that it became almost impossible for that gentleman or the lady to live with it. While the other behavior is the blunting behavior. Okay. The blunting behavior, so there are pros and cons in the both. The one in the monitoring behavior is, as you as you just mentioned, that he would submerge in the sanitizer, he would time and again wash his hands, check on with the locks and the doors, but his immune system or her immune system would be low. Because he would be fear.
Please tell our viewers that it's not just COVID that kills, it's this mentality that kills even more. People are actually depressed, people are actually becoming suicidal, people are actually becoming addicts, and this is going to harm them way more in the longer run than just this disease that can be prevented.
So Taira, this is what COVID did. I mean, with an excessive fear, with an excessive worry, with an excessive panicky situation of lockdown, locked off, with schools being shut and people being restricted, what happened? People got into fear, and when fear triggered, it's an hypothesis that biopsychosocial system that we have in our body to be on the optimum and the best healthcare level and at the best of our emotional well-being, it disturbed.
And what would be your departing note just as we leave, that Dr. Ehsen Naveed has told us that all we need to do is remove the fear from us? So just say a quick goodbye to our viewers and then we take off.
Okay, so the most important thing would be how to take care about our sleep hygiene. Things we need to do and things we do not need to do. Things we need not to do is do not look at the watch while trying to sleep. Things we need to do is think positive, take long deep breaths. If you feel that you or somebody at your home, they are having low mood or having low lethargy in their body, they're having generalized weakness and excessive fear of catching COVID-19 or spreading COVID-19, please do talk to somebody who experts in the mental health. Please do talk to a psychiatrist and take help. You might save yourself and you might help save another human being's life preciously.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Ehsen Naveed, for joining us today.